Alright, in my video today I want to talk about bill of materials, parts and data models. So I would like to talk about what data models are used to manage bill of materials and information about parts, and what are differences between part and the instance of the part. So first let's talk about parts. So and part can be anything. So it can be manufactured part, it can be standard part. So we call everything parts, and this part will have some set of attributes that you usually want to manage in centralized form. So if I would like to have a part number, description, manufacturer, supplier, cost, so I would like to have this information managed in centralized form, and I don't want to have any duplication of this information, because if I will have, then I will have two costs and two descriptions, and obviously it will be a mistake. And that's the case when you manage information in Excel, because then you copy this information between different Excels and different bill of materials. So part information about part managed in the central place. That's a fundamental data about part. Now there is a second element of data model, is what is called part instance. Now, part instance is the same part, but placed in a particular product. Or we can speak about part which is placed in a particular bill of materials. So I instantiate this part in this bill of materials, and when I do it, there are some attributes that I would like to apply to this instance, and those attributes I would like to be specifically defined for this instance. So let me speak about very typical instance information, which is quantity. I would like to have 2 parts in one BOM, and I would like to have 5 parts, the same parts in a different BOM. So that's quantity is the most typical example of instance information. However, could be any other pieces of information, like information about project. It can be information about effectivity, it can be reference designator. I can bring many examples, but those are attributes that will be managed on the instance level for this part. And these two levels, the part information and part instance information, it's very important to differentiate, so you will have a clear understanding of the data model that's used for bill of materials. So those are 2 fundamental pieces. One is information about part and instance information. So on the picture that I will show you, you will see that those attributes usually belonging to the part object, and then part instance or part link. Sometimes you can hear this definition as well. So at OpenBOM we have a completely flexible data model that allows you to define part attributes and part instance attributes. So part attributes defined in the catalog. So when you create an item and part in the catalog, you can define what properties you would like to have there, and it's fully flexible. You can define anything. So description, quantity on hand, cost. So you put any properties you want. So when you create bill of materials, you have a way to customize any properties that will be managed on the instance level. So in such case, you have quantity by default, but then you can add any additional properties that will be managed by OpenBOM on the instance level of the part. So all them together create a complete bill of material data model that can be used and in a flexible way to manage information about part and about part instance. So that was all about data models for bill of materials, parts and part instances. I hope you find it useful. And try it tomorrow with OpenBOM. Register account for free, create catalog, create BOM, experiment with the attributes, and you will see that you can create fully flexible data model for your bill of materials using OpenBOM. Thank you very much, and talk to you soon. Bye-bye.